Good evening, I'm Joe Ginger. We have the pleasure to have Dick Van Rosen speak of his trip to South America with former President Jimmy Carter. They work together with Habitat, a great organization. Thank you.
Dick Van Rosen here. I'd like to tell you about Habitat for Humanity, which I participated in locally and in other places in the country, not only here in Canton, but in Farmington and Lewiston, and we even had trips up into Michigan where we helped build some houses up there. And a good friend of mine who has passed on, Norm Pollitt, we were both involved equally well, and we felt that this was a necessary program that had to be done so that certain families could have a house that they can afford, and it was very affordable to them to have this house. So we were involved, I think, with about 16 houses locally, mostly of them in Canton, but we did have a house or two in Lewiston, and we built, I know we had two in Farmington, and let's see, I know we did some other, Astoria. We built a couple of houses down in Astoria too. So it was a great thing to be a part of, and we really felt, Norm and I both really felt great about being part of this program, and we really stuck with it. And we had a lot of local people help us out that volunteered us here and there, and of course we weren't plumbers. We were just handyman, and we tried to do most of the carpenter work and setting windows and doors in and whatnot, but we had help with that too, and there was a lot of local people that helped us accomplish this part of Habitat for Humanity, and I thought it was a great program. I remember that when we first got started, we went to Peoria to help them out so that we could get a feel about what was going on and how they were running their program. And then we thought, well, we're going to start our own program. And certainly glad that we did that. And we had, like I said before, we had several people help us out into that program. Now, later on, we went to South Africa to participate with Habitat down there, and we flew out of Peoria to Atlanta, Georgia, where we got on a plane with some other people. There were several other people got on the airplane with us, but President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosen got on the plane with us, and we had a chance to visit with them as we were flying over there, because that's quite a long flight. I think it took us over 20 hours to get over there. But when we got over there, we all got separated to various groups, and we mostly were separated. Norm Pollitt ended up on a different program, and so did Cassie Anderson, and Mike Shinakis went with us, and he was on a separate program, or a separate house. I mean, not a separate program, but on a separate house. And it was really, we really felt good about being part of this. Well, at the end, when we were kind of wrapping things up, and each house, the group that each house had, kind of had a meeting with each other to got to get to know with them because they were from all over the globe. They were there from, and I'll never forget. We were having our group meeting. In fact, our group leader was from Brazil, and I felt this tap on my shoulder. I turned around. There was Jimmy Carter. And I thought, oh my gosh, it just kind of startled me. And he says, Dick, can I go in and see your house? And my immediate thought was, the president is asking me what he can do? I was dumbfounded, but obviously I said, yeah, go ahead, Jimmy. It's no problem. So he went into the house, and we went back to our group meeting, and about 5 minutes later, his wife shows up and taps me on the shoulder. And she says, have you seen Jimmy? She recognized me too from the airplane ride. And I said, I can't believe this. Not only the president, but our first lady of this country asking me what to do. And so, yeah, it was quite a trip. And we enjoyed it, and it was a worthwhile trip. And Habitat for Humanity, it to me is just a very wonderful program to provide housing for people who can't afford to go out and in the normal circumstances and buy the house, but you could buy one of those pretty cheap. Yeah, it's a great program. And I'll hold up this picture, a group picture that was taken. I can't seem to find my picture from South Africa, group picture, but I do have a picture here when we were down, and we also went to Valdosta, Georgia, and Jimmy and Rosen came there with us. Of course, they live in Plains, Georgia, was about 100 miles north of Valdosta, but they came down there and participated with our group, and well, actually Liz Pollitt's in this, Norm's wife, Liz Pollitt's in this picture too. I think this is me here, and Norm's there, and then Liz right beside him. She's standing up, and we're both kneeling down. And it was a great group to be, because the rest of these people were from all over the state and maybe out of state. I don't know where some of them were even from. But yeah, it's a great program for people who need housing, afford something they can afford. And let's see.
Did you see any animals?
Oh yeah, when we were down in Africa. Oh yeah, that's right. We did go. We took a day and went on safari in an open top vehicle, and we could see a lot of elephants and a lot of the giraffes and lions and tigers, and it was just amazing. And I remember feeding a giraffe out of my hand. I had some peanuts in my hand, and that giraffe took them. And yeah, it was quite an experience to be over there and just see Africa in the wild too. Yeah, but we were plenty safe in this vehicle. So
what about the elephants?
Oh, the elephants! They were. Oh yeah, the elephants. They do not like you parking on their path, and they know where their paths are, and they get a little upset, and so we had to move the vehicle several times when we were on their path. And but boy, I tell you, I was really impressed with the elephants and the giraffes, and we even saw some lions, but we didn't get real close to them, which is I think is probably a good idea. Although I don't think they would have bothered us. But yeah, it was a wonderful trip, and It's just something I would highly recommend people to participate in Habitat for Humanity. It's a very worthwhile program to help other people in need. And we just had a lot. Well, let's see. Yeah, we went out of state even. Yeah, we went up to Michigan too, and built a couple houses up there. And Jay Curry went with. Yeah, Jay Curry was with us on that trip. He used to be our pastor down at First Christian Church. And I think he was also a pastor at the Baptist Church too at one time. But yeah, it was a.
Did you go to the President's Church afterwards?
Oh yeah, that's right. We did do that. We went to his prayer meeting, in fact, and in Plains, Georgia. On our way back, we stopped there and spent some time with them at that prayer meeting, and then we worked our way back to Canton. We had the First Christian Church bus that we hauled some other people with us too, and yeah, it was just a great opportunity to be a part of that, and I really felt this is what God wanted us to do, and it was very important that it be done.